Is there movement involved?
Nothing, just putting pressure on the lower extremities.
Okay. And that helps with blood flow and
flow back to the heart, yes.
Okay. So other than those two particular processes or procedures, or however we're going to describe them, that's all that occurred when Dr. Murray wasn't at the office?
Yes.
And if prescriptions needed to be filled, Dr. Murray did that?
Yes.
Is that right? If patients need to be consulted, Dr. Murray did that?
Yes.
And usually when Dr. Murray did see patients, it amounted to a long day, right?
Yes.
Had a lot of patients.
Yes.
And they waited for a long time to talk to Dr. Murray, didn't they?
Yes.
But they waited.
They would wait.
And Dr. Murray took his time with each individual patient?
Yes, sir. He sees patients like 15, 30, 45 minutes per patient.
When you decided to volunteer in Dr. Murray's office, why did you want to do that?
Because I wanted to learn, experience how it is to work as a medical assistant.
Was it your idea? Did you ask Dr. Murray about that?
I did.
Why did you think that working with Dr. Murray was something you wanted to do?
Because he was my grandmother's. My grandmother was his patient, and I've seen how he treated my grandmother. So I said, I asked him if I could volunteer at his office.
How did he treat your grandmother?
He was really nice to her. He would talk to her, but my grandmother doesn't really speak English, so I would translate for Dr. Murray.
So he would sit there or stand there and talk to your grandmother, and what language were you interpreting?
Tagalog.
Okay. And he would have a conversation with her?
Yes, sir.
Did Dr. Murray get to know your grandmother?
I'm sorry?
Did Dr. Murray get to know your grandmother?
Yes.
One of the things about Dr. Murray, the differences in Dr. Murray, one of his character traits is he had a tendency to be friends with his patients, didn't he?
Yes.
It was kind of odd. I mean, they all kind of got along. He knew about their family. He knew about their what church they went to. I mean, he was friends with them.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And as it turns out, a lot of these patients had a tendency to have an attachment to Dr. Murray.
They do.
Like Bob Russell.
Yes.
That's a good example of that. Dr. Murray saved Bob Russell.
Well, there was a comment or a question. I didn't see an answer.
Okay.
Hear it.
That's a good example of a patient that had an attachment to Dr. Murray.
Yes.
Dr. Murray had saved his life.
Yes.
And Bob Russell well, let me go back. Let me change. We had in the office we had Leah, right?
Yes.
We had Stacy.
Yes.
We had you.
Yes.
Right? I'm gonna call you Connie because can't pronounce your last name.
Well, how about Ms.
Ung?
Is that how it's pronounced?
It's Nung.
Nung.
No.
Got it. Okay. Miss Nung, the three of you had hoped to continue at that office after Dr. Murray left to work with Michael Jackson. Is that right?
There's also Carol and Sarah in the office.
And everybody hoped to continue.
Yes.
And Dr. Murray was trying to get a doctor to replace him to take care of his patients.
Yes, he told us that he's trying to get a competent doctor to oversee his patients while on his absence.
You eventually had to stop working for Dr. Murray.
Yes.
But the reason you had to stop working for Dr. Murray was because of what happened with Michael Jackson.
Yes.
You.
Just a moment. The objection's overruled. The answer remains.
Dr. Murray had to shut down his practice after that.
Yes.
It got to be a zoo.
Objection relevance.
I'll sustain the objection. 350, 352. You need not answer.
Tell me the process by which Tell me how Dr. Murray broke it to the staff that he was going to go on tour, or with Michael Jackson. On tour is a bad way to put it. To go help Michael Jackson while Michael Jackson was on tour. How did he break that to you?
How he told us he's going on a tour?
Yeah, how did he tell you? Did he gather up everyone? How did this happen?
Yes, he talked to everybody all at the same time, and he said that he's going on a sabbatical. He's going on a tour with Michael Jackson.
And was everybody pretty much supportive of that?
Yes.
Were you excited for him?
Yes.
Why were you excited for him?
Because it's Michael Jackson, and everybody knows Michael Jackson.
Right. Did he happen to tell you when he would hope to come back?
He mentioned that he'll probably be back towards the end of the year.
Okay. Ms. Nung, thank you very much. Thank you,
Shut
Judge.
off, thank you. Ms. Brazil, redirect exam?
Nothing, thank you, Your Honor.
May Ms. Nung be excused in the case, Ms. Brazil?
Yes.
Mr. Chernoff?
Yes, thank you.
Ms. Nung, I want to thank you for your testimony. Please don't discuss either your testimony or the facts of the case with any other witness until we finish the trial. You may step down and leave. You are excused.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.